centuries, the world's greatest mysteries have baffled the world's greatest minds. But you should never send a great mind to do a hero's job.
When I pitched the show, the name actually just came to me. I call it divine intervention. I don't know, but it just came to me at the moment. And I said, well, Rob Riggle, Global Investigator, because it sounded funny to me. And guess what? That turned out to be the name of the show. And it was so funny too, because while we were filming the show, all the paperwork, had Global Investigator, and then they kept saying, well, but that's just a placeholder. We're not sure what the name's going to be. And yet it turned out.
And there we have it.
There you have it.
Why are you a better global investigator than Indiana Jones?
Well, Indiana had to kill people.
Yeah.
I didn't have to kill anybody. That was kind of nice. I think what we do is actually the perfect mix of a real discovery show where you get facts and history and mystery, and we bring in experts to give us their theories and facts, and so we do some real work there. But then we put a little comedy pixie dust on top of it to hopefully provide a new offering to the Discovery audience, because I am the Discovery audience. I love watching Discovery Channel, and I sat there and thought to myself, I'd like to see a show with just a little comedy, a little just a little fun, a little lighthearted. But I still want my show. I still want to learn something. I still want to understand something.
One man's gonna find answers.
Is this a treasure map?
Not a treasure map.
Come on! I found something! Give it! I wanted to pick mysteries that I was sincerely curious about. And so I tried to make them fact-based, as best we could. There was some sort of historical reference. There was some sort of touchstone in history that was real that we could at least go to and be able to say, look, there's either a preponderance of evidence that this is real, or there's just enough people talking about it that makes it real. That's why we picked things like the Holy Grail, or the Ninth Legion, or the Cowboys' Gold, or Black Caesar's Gold. Because people did try to pitch, how about Bigfoot? And I was like, I don't think so. I just didn't think I didn't think it was real. I didn't think there's enough there. So I didn't want to do that. I want to do something fact-based.
Well, my dad would argue with you.
I know. I'm going to get a lot of pushback on, saying that Bigfoot's not real, but that's worth it.
When's the hammer time? Let's go smash something. Come on, Carl.
Okay.
On every mission, I guess we'll call them, in every episode,
love that. That works.
that's it. Are you finding how are you finding these people that are going to kind of enlighten you on this journey? Like, where are they coming from?
We go to experts. Now, some of them are academic experts and PhDs who have dedicated their life to reading and studying these phenomena or these legends or the history of that time frame. Some of them are local historians who are just been doing it in their spare time for decades. But we do try to bring people that have real expertise, or a real understanding. There are guys that are treasure hunters that are not PhDs. They're actually pretty rough cut guys, but they know their business, and so talking to them, you can learn a lot about treasure hunting, and you can learn a lot about where to look and why to look and how come we're doing this and how come we're doing that. I was an advocate for the audience. Like, I'm asking questions I sincerely want to know answers to. Now, after we did a couple takes, then I'd probably, I'd crack wise a little bit to have some fun or whatever, but it's usually at my expense, never at their expense, and so, because I need them. I need their information. And I like challenging them. I like asking, well, why? Why is this and why is that? And because when I sit at home and they don't ask those questions, I'm like, well, you let him off the hook, or how do we know that's true? That's his theory. What's he backing that up with? After my 30-year stint as a Marine, comedian, and actor, I'm tackling the biggest mysteries the world has to offer.
You've got this background. You were in the Marines. You were training to be a naval pilot, correct? How did all of that prep you for this?
A sense of adventure, definitely. I don't think there's any direct crossover. I am scuba certified, but I did that in my own civilian time. I didn't do it through the military. And I didn't have to do any flying in this show, so that was good. kept everybody alive that
Yeah.
way.
I also noticed you're sporting a hat in a lot of the promo. Is the
Yes.
hat like regulation Global Investigator uniform?
I think so. I
Yeah.
think so. We had a lot of fun with that because there was a lot of debate, and I was like, we were trying to debate if I was going to wear one hat for everything or we were going to be situationally driven hats, and I think we landed on situationally driven hats. So when I was in Greece, I had the Greece tourist hat.
Yeah.
When I was doing the Cowboys treasure, the Cowboy Gold, I had on a cowboy hat. When I was doing the Holy Grail stuff, I had on kind of more of an Indiana Jones hat. So yeah, I think we're going to do situationally driven hats. So hopefully I'll find a mystery that requires a fez.
He is Rob Riggle, Global Investigator.